This is Miskito Kingdom, a sliver of land off of the coastline of Central America. Stuck as a protectorate of the United Kingdom, one would understandably assume a slow slog of a playthrough. Yet, in reality, being a United Kingdom protectorate gives you opportunities to ultimately cheese in ways that your local deli could only dream of. This playthrough will be a showcasing of every cheese method I could work out thanks in part to help from Jim Story, Dmitry Snikioff, and Suffice, people who not only informed me of the existence of this cheese, but pushed me to perfect it for your entertainment. But before we begin, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed. We are now over 1,100 subscribers, and I can honestly say that I am a true YouTuber, even if I'm just at the starting line. Again though, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment so YouTube doesn't keep me in algorithm limbo forever. Thank you again, everybody. You guys are kings! Now, let's get into the video. Hello everybody and welcome to Miskito Kingdom. This is without a doubt going to be the most RNG heavy playthrough I've ever done. Now I know my Persia playthrough was extremely RNG reliant, but believe me when I say this, the playthrough that we're going to be doing this time around is going to rely on a strategy that requires three things that are extremely RNG heavy. The first thing that is extremely RNG heavy is we need Britain and Qing to hate each other. We want these two countries to absolutely despise each other. That means that Qing refuse the Opium War choice, and if they do that, that means that Britain is willing to attack them at any point. The second thing that's RNG heavy is we need to get a declaration of interest before Britain attacks Qing with the Opium War. The third thing that is very RNG heavy is to force that declared interest. The best thing that you can do is for your very first option is to take professional army, and the best way to do that is to go into reform government, put the armed forces in, you don't have to bother with anybody else at this point, and go to professional army. That means for your very, very first ticket, March 17, 1836, this has to be a playwright. If it isn't a playwright, just restart the game, or you could save scum if you're one of those people. That's fine. It doesn't matter. I personally just restarted. And yeah, that's how heavily RNG based this is. And the reason why is you'll see what we're talking about when we get to that point. Beyond that, though, make sure you get everything else set up in the meantime. Obviously, we can start off with corn laws. We can get the grain done right away. Just quickly do that. Put in to encourage exports. The landowner should be powerful enough automatically to be able to force corn laws to go through. The second thing that I'm going to want you to do, no matter what happens, I mean, you're going to do this every playthrough if you have to restart every time, is just make a dockyard, or sorry, make a navy, and then make a single frigate. You don't need much else. You need that frigate, otherwise Britain won't think that you're worthy to fight with in the later point. The next thing that you're probably going to want to do is you're going to want to learn colonization. Having two interests later down the line is actually very helpful in the meantime, but you are going to want all of this set up. You don't have to do anything else. You probably could set your decrees, road maintenance, social mobility, all of that silliness. You can even change your government wages down to 0. You can increase your military wages to maximum. But again, this is stuff that you can do later without hurting your gameplay. My suggestion is to just do it quickly. If you're doing the restart method, just get the stuff that you need the most, which is the navy, and then just quickly unpause and then run it through until you can see if the Qing hates Britain and if you can get the playwright. Now, thanks to the magic of editing, you now get to see right here that Qing and Britain hate each other. Britain sees Qing as a target of conquest, and it looks like Qing is extremely threatened by Great Britain. That's a good thing. That is effectively what we want for this playthrough. You pretty much need it going forward. If you do not get it, this means that it's time for you to restart. It's also a good idea to make sure that you stay protective under Great Britain in the temporary time. I even actually, improve my relations with Britain temporarily. We turn that off later, and we go into forcing Britain to hate us so that they don't completely puppet us. But beyond that, that is definitely what you're going to want to do at the beginning. So when you are ready, make sure to run through, try to do everything you can to get that playwright for your very first run, and look at that, finally, after multiple attempts. You don't need to see all of the attempts I did to get this to work, but it was quite a few. But here we go. We finally did it. We got that playwright. It is imperative that you get it as soon as possible. And when you do get it, make sure to take that plus 20 prestige. And no, I guess I get my my lovely little landowner market liberal right away as well. That's also nice. Maybe I can put him right in. Can I? No, I cannot. We'll fix that later. But for now, oops, let's fix that. And we're going to unpause real quick. And look at that, we are now at 18 prestige. That's enough for us to be over the unrecognized power and count it as a regional power. That's good because now we can declare an interest, and we're going to put it right here on South China. Thankfully, it doesn't look like Qing is at war with Britain just yet. Again, this is still very RNG heavy. If Britain declares the Opium War on Qing, this whole thing completely falls apart, and yeah, that's not what we're looking for. We want this to work perfectly. In the meantime, I guess we can go back to building something else. I mean, it looks like they're pretty much done with that naval base, and we won't really need anything else in the immediate foreseeable future. Let's just put some logging camps down, put a boat down, maybe put a tooling workshop down, and yeah, that should be enough for now. I guess we could put like tobacco down for later. That's just something that we're probably going to want for later, but we don't need it at the immediate moment. But remember, there's still some RNG left. This is such a cheesy strategy. This is what you want to do for when you want to have a really fun time as a tiny garbage country like Miskito. Like, this is for fun. I'm just showing you guys this for fun. This isn't something that you should do for every game. It'll probably ruin the game of Victoria 3 for you. But for those times when you really want to have a little bit of fun with a tiny country, this is what you're going to want to do. But you have to be a British protectorate to do it. Now, the moment you get your interests ready, you want to put it down on South China immediately. And then you're going to want to unpause, and you're going to want to wait the full month for it to go through. The moment that it does go through, just like that, South China interest is now declared. We are going to find one of the states that are down in the southern area. You can go for Suzhou, you can go for Fujian, you can go for any of the Guangdongs. I personally like Fujian. A lot of other people prefer Suzhou, but the reason why I like Fujian isn't because of the population, but it's because of the sheer amount of arable land that Fujian has, and the whole reason you're going to want to take southern China is for the arable land, for rice, effectively. So we're going to take Fujian. That's my goal anyhow. And simply by doing that, we are now able to draw in Britain. But here's the catch. Do not draw in Britain yet. You're going to want to wait to the absolutely last second to draw in Britain because they take over the war at that point. At the same time, we're going to go into our declared interest and we're going to unclick southern China and we're going to click northern China. And by doing that and unpausing, we're going to then wait for the interest to change. Just by doing that little bit of cheese, we now have the capacity to take Beijing and Shaanxi, which is what we're going to do. But here's the catch. We're going to wait till the absolute last second because we do not want to draw anybody else into the war. We don't really want to draw Burma into the war. We don't want to draw Portugal into the war. We don't want to draw Dainam into the war. We are going to want to draw Britain into the war. So you're going to want to be very careful and make sure that you don't wait too long. But you want to wait long enough so that it doesn't draw everybody else in. I know it takes a little bit of effort. Sometimes you might even have to save scum. I'm sorry to tell you this. This is a cheesy playthrough. I'm so sorry about the cheesy playthroughs. Look at that. Pretty much everybody has left. So effectively, nobody's going to be joining into this war except for Joseon. We don't care about that. Now you can actually do it. And look, we even got the gambling success. Neat. We'll take the authority. Thank you very much. And it doesn't matter. We'll just do that. And at this point, now what we're going to do is we're going to take Beijing, and we're going to take Shaanxi. And the reason why I take these two is simple. They're some of the best states to own when it comes to building your construction sectors. Just look at the coal mines. Look at those iron mines. Shaanxi is gorgeous. Everything about Shaanxi is gorgeous. I love this state. And I love Beijing because it has the Forbidden Palace. And if you get that up and running... Oh, let me get this going and scroll down. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, look at that. 20 legitimacy from the head of state and government. That is beautiful. Gorgeous in every way. And what else is gorgeous is we still have 10 maneuvers left. That's perfect for us to draw in Great Britain, and by drawing in Great Britain, they now take over. They are now the war leader because they're the big dog, effectively. But unfortunately for the big dog, we're evil. We used up all of the maneuvers, and now Great Britain can't take anything from Qing, and we get everything while Great Britain is effectively going to do all of the fighting for us. Hilarious. Devilishly evil. I'm rubbing my hands together because it's so devilish. So very, very devilish. Now, I could sit here and let you see the entire Qing War, but believe me when I say this, I think everybody's getting tired of seeing these. I do these in every single video, and people are telling me, please, no more Qing Wars. Believe me, I'm listening. You already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here, I'm going to stare and watch as Britain effectively invades Beijing and takes the state, and then they just sit there and let the war tech do all the fighting for me. Yeah, you don't need to see that, but I'm thankful that you guys are here watching regardless. There you go. It looks like Britain is finally starting to lose on the front, but I don't think it's going to matter because we're already at -7 per day, and it looks like Qing is going to lose this war. We didn't have to do anything. Oh, look at that. That front is being reinforced. They don't have a shot in heck now. It is over for Qing, but that is perfect for us. Oh my, yes. Just a couple more seconds, and look at that. Look at that. Beijing, Shaanxi, and Fujian. Ours in 1 year. 1 year. We got 3 huge places. We got 46 million people living here. We got a 10 million GDP. 1 year, and we literally didn't do anything. Oh, actually, I want to bring these guys onto the other side so that they're now on over here. And I think I'll do the same with these guys. So we're going to delete everything except for the third Miskito army. And now by doing that, we have everybody over in China. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we went from this rinky-dink little plot of land, what is this, 64,000 people? Yeah, and now look at us. It's border gore. I know you're gonna love the border gore if you're one of those types of people who gets ADHD when it comes to border gore, but I'm sorry. Look at that population. Look at that GDP. Isn't it delicious? I think it is. Whew. That's one heck of a way to start. And yes, it's super cheesy and super RNG heavy, but if you want a fun playthrough, this is the way you do it. Now, one thing that people have always asked me is, after you take all of this land, how do you balance the budget? Well, believe me when I say this, when you're that tiny as a beginning state, you're not going to have any taxes or poll taxes or anything. And you're not going to have a huge amount of bureaucracy from the places that you take. So what I suggest to people is to just take the hit and incorporate everything. We don't care if you go into a deficit as a result of it. You're probably going to run into a deficit at that point anyways. But even if you do, it's not like it's going to hurt you. The only thing that's going to hurt is your consumption taxes. And you know what? We're just going to take that off anyways because they're so insignificant that nobody cares. You're probably going to want to lower your military wages down if you're not going to be attacking anybody immediately. You can put that at very low temporarily. It will lure other people to attack you. But this early into the game, you're not going to be attacked. I don't think so, especially since you're still part of the British market. Russia might attack you later, but that'll be 10 years away. For now, just take advantage of it. Simply by incorporating, what you're going to eventually discover is that you're going to start getting a lot more poll taxes, and that's something that is going to start building up on its own. Just by incorporating all of this population. That is going to be one of the main sources of income. Up until the point where you can start taking advantage of the consumption taxes. That's also something that's going to go up as a result of you incorporating all of this land. You will eventually go into a deficit on bureaucracy. It's just something that happens. You're not going to be able to control it in the early game. My suggestion is don't worry about it too much. It doesn't matter because you're not going to get enough to make up for this. We're going to probably take advantage of the fact that we have interventionalism already at the beginning of the game. We're not going to go for laissez-faire this run. And we're going to probably take advantage of dividends and all that other good stuff. And to help balance the budget, we're probably going to go down into Brunei. We're going to take gold, if they have any at the moment. I don't know yet. Now, they don't have any yet, but they will. And obviously, we're going to go after Gaza and Transvaal and Orangi. I'm not even going to bother to show you the wars. I know you guys are tired of those ones. I'll show you the Brunei War. I haven't shown you Indonesia in a while, so yeah, you can see that one. But yeah, no more Transvaal wars. It'll be magic. It'll be like poof. Hey, it's almost like I get it every game. Same with the Qing wars. Maybe I'll just show like the end of the wars to make it easier for you guys to watch, because again, I've been getting complaints from people that are not happy with me showing the exact same wars in every single game playthrough. I will, however, take advantage of the fact that this is an unusual start. You'll get to see the build-up at the very least, and a little bit of the economic work. As per the economic work, what I suggest at the beginning here is you're going to want to take advantage of dividends, and one of the best ways to take advantage of dividends is probably to build rice farms. Yes, sir, because rice farms can cover so much. Which one gives me better? Actually, for now, we're just going to stick to a single crop. But by doing that, we can just add on to it, and it'll give us something to build. And eventually, the dividends will start to build up for us, and that is something that we definitely want to take advantage of in the early game. And yeah, beyond that, occasionally, if you feel like you have enough money left over and it starts to build up after a while, watch as I unpause. This number will start to balance itself out very temporarily. Simply because of the size of the poll taxes and the tariffs and the mining. Another thing you can do to help yourself is to go into exports. And we could probably, actually, maybe we'll do imports too and try grain. Yeah, we could pull it off of the Qing market. Why not? Any tariff will eventually help you, and especially this early in the game. Let's see. This one's a good tariff. That's okay. Try to make sure you don't go into a major deficit when it comes to your convoys, especially in the early game. And one of the major problems I imagine I'm going to have later on is going to be the British market. I'm probably going to want to break free from Britain a lot earlier than I normally would with other games, simply because of how much population I have in Qing, and I'm going to want to be able to move my market to Qing eventually. So yeah, we're going to have to break free from Britain super duper early. Normally I wait until like 1900 to do my breakaway. I might try for way earlier. Look at all of this that we're getting. I know it's hurting our bureaucracy, but we don't care about that. What we care about is getting as many tariffs as we can in the early game. Take advantage of mercantilism. It's something you're going to want to do just for the sake of staying alive, staying afloat. You're going to want to balance this budget as soon as possible by doing this. And yeah, not only do you help that, you help your capitalists with the investment pool. And yes, it costs you bureaucracy, but again, remember, we're not going to get a huge amount of poll taxes anyways. Not until like maybe 10 years down the line, when like half of the population is covered by the incorporation. So yes, this is definitely something that is good for you in the long run, even if in the short term it looks like it's hurting you. We'll just put this up, why not? And that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, let's kill off any trade routes that I goofed up on. Nope, none are goofed. Now, we're going to eventually see this starting to balance out. At least I hope so. Another thing that you're probably going to want to do when you are trying to keep your balanced budget going is you're going to want to put an interest down on Indonesia. And like I said before, you're going to want to take Sulu and Brunei. Oh, 100% conservative. Neat. Yeah, at least we got the market liberal in here. That makes it a little easier, but I really want freedom of conscience. And the reason why you're going to want freedom of conscience is so you can get these Han Chinese people to go to work. Unfortunately, right now, we have way too many in violent hostility and cultural erasure. We want them to be at least an open prejudice to second-class citizen. Preferably full acceptance is better, but yeah, you can't always get what you want. In the meantime, though, we are going to be aiming for Sulu. And when you do aim for Sulu, a lot of times they're just going to back down anyways, even though they can pull in the Netherlands. My suggestion is to give it a try. Worst case scenario, you can back down and give them more reps, or you can pull Britain in if you can. Chances are you're not going to need to. Just by taking North Borneo, you see Sulu, North Borneo, and conquering it, you're not actually taking Luzon or Sulu proper, which means that they're much more likely to back down if you put additional pressure on them. And the best way to put additional pressure on them is to put a war rep on them. And you could waste some of your infamy to threaten to tributize them if they do continue down the path. And that is a good way to force their hand. Do not make it primary. If you make it primary, you're going to run into an issue where they will not back down. And, yeah, we actually want them to back down because then it goes a heck of a lot faster and they won't draw a bunch of people into the war. And then we won't have to pull Britain into the war and give them something to make up for it. And that is something that I do not like doing. See? Sulu back down, and just like that, we now have Miskito North Borneo. We already got our first gold field for 500 mining. Beautiful. But we're not done there. What we're going to do is we're going to station our troops all the way down in Indonesia proper, and we're going to attack Brunei. Now again, Brunei could probably pull in the Netherlands, but for us, I don't think we're too worried about that because the Netherlands are so far away and they're not going to pull in the Dutch East Indies. And because they're not pulling in the Dutch East Indies, we're not afraid of them at all. Temporarily going to want to put your military back at least up to middle. I put it up to high because I'm that type of guy. What can I tell you? It's just what I like. I can't help it, man. It makes things a little easier. Let's make sure our mobilization is in order. I should probably have done that at the beginning of the game, but because I restarted so many times, I clearly forgot. Whatever. So I missed out on Force March. Whatever. I don't really like Force March anyways. The moral loss is kind of a pain in the butt. Let's keep everybody as is. Do I get any bonuses from the intelligentsia? Yes, I do. They're the only reason I'm getting anything. I guess I could kick the petite bourgeoisie out. It might hurt my chance for a loan interest, but at least we're at 100, and I think I'd rather have 100. Just so this goes a heck of a lot faster. And gold's discovered in Western Australia. That doesn't matter to us. We're going to pretend that didn't happen because it don't matter. And then, effectively, what we're just going to do is we're going to smack Brunei and take their land because we're naughty, naughty boys. And, you know what? While we're here, let's do the boat spam trick. I love boat spam. Let's bring in a newbie. You can... Isaac Hall. And you can just have a hussar. Doesn't matter. Yeah, you can have a hussar. Try to get it done as fast as possible. If they don't try to stop us, then yeah, that's what's going to happen. And they're not going to be able to do anything about it. And they don't have anybody jumping into the war. So yeah, I think they are completely boned. And that is good for me because, yeah, this should be an easy, quick war. And that's what we want. We want to take the land. We want to take the gold. I love gold. If you haven't told already, I love me some gold. And they lost already. That was fast. Ninja fast, in fact. And look at this. We now have 6 gold. We're going to do everything we can to get us people in here and working on the gold mines as fast as possible. And that's going to make it even easier to keep this balanced budget going. We can even start doing building on construction at this point. But beyond that, maybe it's time we go for Gaza, maybe not. We'll figure it out, though. Yeah, once again, I'm showing you another Gaza war. Hey, freedom of conscience. Maybe I will show this to you guys after all, just so that you can see me grabbing that freedom of conscience. I love it, love it, love it. It's always a good thing to have. It is beautiful, anyhow. And let's go to society and see how things are going to change for us. We should get a lot more people in cultural erasure. We might even get a few more people into open prejudice. We prefer open prejudice, but again, cultural erasure is not that horrible. But again, we definitely want open prejudice. That's the king. That's the choice. And the reason why is because when they are on open prejudice, they can join the government administration, they can join the army, they can join the Navy base. Pretty much anything under development at this point is something that they can join. If they are stuck on cultural erasure, yeah, they can't do upper or middle strata work for government buildings, and that sucks. Don't like it. And there goes Gaza. Well, I mean, I said I wasn't going to show the war, but I guess I'm going to show you this time. Only this time. Oh, they're going to full acceptance now. Not bad, not bad. And I'm getting a few more open prejudice. That's what we want. That's what we will. Look at that grow. And just by doing that, we're probably going to get a lot more bureaucracy because people are going to start piling into the government administration. That's why I suggest to people don't bother building any government administration. Don't even bother changing the type yet until you get total separation first. I think total separation is actually the more important one between the two because everybody in Han China is effectively Confucius. And yeah, just by taking freedom of conscience, we drop that awful -25 malice, and that puts people in a much better place than if you would have gone for, cultural exclusion. Cultural exclusion is a lot harder to get anyways because you're going to have to get rid of legacy slavery and get slavery banned to do it. And yeah, so aim for freedom of conscience. Try to get it. If you get a chance, get empiricism so you can go for total separation. Again, you'll get another nice little bonus as a result of it, up to, I think, plus 30 at this point, and that's something that you're going to want. For this playthrough, you're going to want multiculturalism, you're going to want total separation. You want it, want it, want it. The faster you get it, the faster your economy grows, the faster everything works out for you. You want it. Believe me. I can already hear the comments that people complaining that I've been relying on free building this entire time, but unfortunately, as you can see here, construction sector employment is still awful. We have to do everything we can to fix that, and I'm not building construction sectors in Miskito, their original place. Oh, and we got slavery banned, thankfully. That only took a couple years. That was frustrating. But now, because of that, we can go for cultural exclusion, which is exactly what we're going to grab right away. And the moment we can get cultural exclusion done is the moment that all of this finally turns around. We don't have to worry about keeping our budget balanced. We don't have to worry about anything except growing at that point, because then we can start drawing people into the construction sector. We can fix this ugly, ugly cultural erasure bull garbage that we don't like and put everybody into bare minimum open prejudice. That's the end game goal. That's what you're going to want to do in the early game. That's pretty much going to be your first 20 years when you're playing as Miskito Kingdom and you're doing something like this. Everybody's like, oh, well, everybody's illiterate, everybody's worthless. Well, just put social mobility down on the 3 spots that you take and do everything you can to make use of these populations to get multiculturalism done. I'm willing to bet that multiculturalism has a very high chance. Yeah, 29%, and we're what? 10 years in, the moment we get human rights is the moment that we get multiculturalism. It's that simple. But in the meantime, get that cultural exclusion, get rid of legacy slavery, get total separation, beeline for empiricism eventually to get total separation. The faster you do it, the faster you're going to grow after doing this cheese strategy. Now, I would say that we're probably taking a little too long to get set up. You probably should not follow my lead. Maybe build 1 construction sector in the Miskito sector and then delete it right away, but I guess you don't really have to in this playthrough, and the reason why is because we do have these guys here and they do count towards getting the private sector to use half of the building. Beyond that though, we got to get cultural exclusion one of these days. I mean, it's got to pop one of these years. Finally we got cultural exclusion. That took way too flippin' long, but again, I have to bring up the society screen and watch what happens here. Watch is what, oh my gosh, it's going to be, oh, whoops, get this out of my way. I guess we got the India explosion going on. My goodness, look at that. There's so many. I don't care that they leave in the block. I mean, geez, that was a bit excessive if you know what I'm talking about here. Now, can we get some open prejudice going on here? No, I guess we're going to have to force for total separation. Dang! I was hoping that the acceptance would go up just enough to push them up into the place that I needed from them, but no, we have to go for total separation. It's unfortunate, but you have to get both. We got to force for empiricism. We're already beelining for it, thankfully, but yeah, it's got to happen. You got to get it going. Otherwise, you're just going to have a rough start. And it's not qualifications that's holding you back for this playthrough. It's the society. It's the lack of population going to open prejudice or higher. And I was hoping that it would go a little bit faster for me, but too bad. Got to wait for total separation. Yeah, at this point, I don't think Qing is going to have a chance to stop us. I mean, I guess if you're just tuning back in, or I'm probably putting this into the video as an edited format. If that's the case, if you could tell, I'm going for census suffrage right away. I figured I might as well just build up so I can maybe go for getting rid of monarchy so I can take full advantage of the forbidden city that I have. But at the same time, I decided to attack Qing again before their Russian allies could really jump in. I think they're defensive pact now, yeah. They are allies. That sucks, but thankfully, all we had to do was take Lanfang. And by doing that, yeah, Russia didn't join into the war, and we can now take North Jilin, Hebei, Heilongjiang, and we get the Qing War reparations. There's just one tiny problem. We got primary demands here, and unfortunately, I think what's going to happen is when the war is over and Britain declares a peace, they're going to give up something, and I don't know which one it is. I hope it's not Beijing. If it's anything, I'm hoping that they give up the humiliation. But second best case scenario is that they give up North Borneo. The worst case scenario is they give up Beijing. I would be very pissed off if that happened. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know at this point that I've been a bit of an opportunist. Everybody keeps yelling at me to eventually go for total separation, and I will. I promise I will. But I saw an opportunity to go for the presidential republic, and I am taking it by the bullhorns. You're probably not going to get as lucky as I did with this run, but it's going to happen. I'm not going to lose this one. I'm going to get it. Just watch 67. I told you. I told you. I knew it. 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 And now, just like that, what's our legitimacy looking? Ah, beautiful. We went from 45 to 85 overnight just because... Dude, plus 30. That's a plus 30. Holy moly, moly, moly. That's huge. Gargantuan, in fact. That's absolutely insane. I had to take it. I just had to take it. And now, after all of that effort, I can finally go for total separation. I mean, we kind of need it, but we haven't needed it that badly. Thankfully, we managed to get most of our people's standard of living up enough so that they're not quite as badly prejudiced against. Like I said, I've had no problems in the past 5 years getting people to join the construction sectors. I've had no problems with them getting into the government administrations and the universities and all that other good stuff. It's not as necessary as I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be super duper necessary after we did like cultural exclusion and nobody moved over. That worried me to begin with, but now I'm I guess patience is a virtue after all, and yeah, we are in very good standing. Do I have all of the gold built up here yet? Yes, I do. My gosh, that's a lot of gold. How much gold am I getting? Half of my minting is gold. That is crazy. And it's not even coming from Transvaal and Veerstad. It's coming from Heilongjiang. That's crazy. I love it. This whole playthrough, and I wish I... Stupid Britain. I want my gold mines back. And yeah, frickin' Qing and they're not even building on it. You suck, Qing. I hate that primary demand bullshit, but whatever. I would have preferred humiliation, but at least I didn't lose Beijing. But yeah. More gold. We need more gold. I want more gold. More gold means more building. More building means more gold. It's just, yeah, we're gonna keep working towards it, and we're gonna get that total separation done. Just you wait and see. Not gonna lie, that worried me for a second there. I thought that the Dutch East Indies were gonna end up taking Lanfang, and no, they don't even want it. So, there. Total separation, yes! Okay, now we get to watch it. It has to happen now. I'm gonna unpause. Deep breath. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Look at it go. Look at all those people moving over into open prejudice. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous. Oh my goodness. It's absolutely gorgeous. Pretty much, what is that, 90% of our population, 95%, 96% of our population is now finally, after all this time, able to work in every single building. We can now start building up our universities and getting even more technology so we can actually keep up with the great powers, maybe even catch up to the great powers. At this point, let's just build all of the gold mines in the meantime, but after that, yeah, we're going to start with some universities. I got to get that technology up. Our technology is looking a little bit sad right now, and I don't like that. I would, at the very least, like modern sewage, maybe get steel frame buildings relatively quickly. That would be very nice, especially now that we have the population to be able to do it. Yes! After these messages, we'll be right back. Who says that you can't take Russia from the East Coast? I think it's way easier than trying to navally invade them on the West Coast. I think we got this one in the bag, and beautiful. And we are fully recognized. That is why you go for Russia when they are weak. Normally I go for the Ottomans, but you can go for Russia and you could get that recognition. And that's good because we're never going to be top 50 for GDP. We're never going to be top 50 for standard of living in this playthrough because we're going to keep taking population from Qing. And every time we do that, we lower it on that part. But beautiful. Look at that. We are fully recognized. And, to be cheeky little buggers, we actually chunked Russia a little bit. And believe it or not, taking Siberia is really hard on Russia because they're missing out on a lot of gold as a result of that. Look at all this gold that they're losing now because I chunked them. Okay, here, yeah, lots of gold here. Gold here. Gold here. I might even want to take this later. You know what? If I get a chance to, if I remember to, I tend to forget to take pieces of Russia. But I mean, that might be good for a thumbnail. Just be like a big old chunk right here and just have that as a thumbnail. I'm going to try for that at the end of the game, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm going to want to do. I'm going to be like all of Eastern Siberia and Asia. But beyond that, yeah, if you get a chance, go for Russia when they're weak. Yeah, they're still very weak. And, we're on skirmish infantry, and they are still using line and lancers and mobile infantry and artillery, and yeah. Oh, they got a few skirmish, but yeah, it was too late for them. They had no chance against us, and it is beautiful. Once again, we pretty much took Southern Anhui. They don't have a chance of taking it back at this point. I'm going to make sure to never take Southern Anhui. I'm going to take all of Qing, and I'm going to leave Southern Anhui just because it's so easy for me to take from them. And it'll make sure that I get that war score tick no matter what. Beautiful, beautiful. I think this war is pretty much over. And look at that. It is over. We got Shandong and Jiangsu. And we pretty much got this all connected. Oh, I really want to move that market already. I really, really want to move that market. But we are still stuck as a British protectorate. I hate it. I want to leave Britain. Britain, you suck. Go away, Britain. We don't like you no more. I guess I can keep fighting you guys in the meantime. Let's send us... Oh, I guess Britain's going to do it for me. Okay. I'll let Britain do it for me. I do not mind. But, yeah, I really, really want to break free from Britain now. That's going to be one of my main priorities. Maybe I'll keep chunking Qing in the meantime, but until then, I'm going to be building up for the sole goal of breaking free from Britain. In fact, let's demobilize so I don't waste my money, because Britain's going to be doing all the fighting anyways. Hey, they're the ones who wanted to invade. I didn't. I was perfectly happy to just let it go. But if they want to make Burma my protectorate, go for it. Let Britain cook. Just sit back and let them cook. And look at all our money. We're back in the balanced budget department. Boo! I really want to become a great power. I know I'll be a great power. Look at this. Look at we're 300 already. We'll be a great power. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I just need to wait for Britain to hurry up and take Burma. Shouldn't take too long for them, I hope, anyhow. And, I guess I don't even need to build at the moment. It is costing me a lot of investment pools, so I guess maybe I should do some building. For the meantime, all I'm pretty much going to focus on is getting the paper back into balance, because we are using a heck of a lot of it to keep our bureaucracy up, and that is costly. It is way too costly. Let's put one everywhere, make sure everybody gets slightly cheaper paper as a result, even in the places that I just recently took. Do I want to go into a deficit? No, I don't. Not when it comes to bureaucracy, not when the poll taxes are that flippin' high, which means I'm going to have to be careful about which ones I incorporate. I guess I'll take Shandong first, and we're going to have to build, I guess, a bunch of government admins. I know it's inefficient in this early stage. I can't help it. I'll try to keep it so that everybody's at around 30% minus on tax collection. And from there, yeah, we're just going to keep building up on it. But yeah, I mean, that's Australia's toast at this point, and they're going to become our colony now. Britain is not taking this back. Thank you very much for being our friend, France. You have been fantastic. Having this little area right here to just quickly take home countries before Britain can even react is lovely, lovely. France is probably my second favorite country to have as an ally when it comes to breaking free from Britain. We got laissez-faire. Neat. Okay, maybe I should actually start building again. My goodness. I am going to get yelled at again by people, but there's not much I can do at the moment. What am I going to build in the meantime? You know what? I don't like any of these. I might take the textiles, but let's build up first before we do anything else. Let's just what can I balance right now? We need some furniture. Badly. We really need furniture. Let's get this balanced out. Boom, boom. Let's go back down because we don't need that much of the luxury. And I guess I could put some textiles in here. How about that? We'll do some textiles and balance this out a touch. There. In fact, let's go into the building menu and do it here. Be a little quicker. And actually, I'm going to keep you at wrought iron. We're going to push you up to level 3. And okay, good enough for now. Yeah, we need iron now. Okay. I can build up on that. Let's nitroglycerin. Yeah, that balances out. Let's do that quickly before I take Britain. Just quick balancing. I know people keep getting mad at me for not building, and there's a reason for that because it interrupts the flow of the war. But I'm getting into the habit of not showing all the war anymore. Every time I do, people tend to leave right away, and I guess it's boring for people to watch. Don't ask me why, it just happens to be. I'm watching the metrics very closely. But yeah, it looks like Britain is losing. That is unfortunate for them. And let's speed things up now. I think we're balanced on everything except for this. Let's pull in some... Oh yeah, we got no convoys. Oh yeah, because we were relying on Britain to do all of that. But that's okay, we will correct it. I'll show you really quickly the moment we win this war, how fast this can turn around. Because there's something I've been wanting to do for many years in this game. Something that has been hampering me up until this moment. There, we win independence, we get Australia, we get Tasmania, we get war reps. Beautiful. Look at that toothpaste color. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Miskito is that perfect color of toothpaste. It is crest white strips. I am very happy. I'm all smiles. It's putting me in a good mood. But what's going to put me in a better mood is going into trade actions, move market capital, and boom on Beijing. Look at that. We went from minus 3,000 to plus 1,000. That is so gargantuan. So huge. So mind-numbingly huge. Huge, 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 huge. My goodness. I am happy. I am very happy. It's looking like our literacy's doing okay, but those convoys. Nah, we don't have to worry about it. And yeah, we even got a minus 800 from them raiding us, so that's how huge that was. Because before, we were over here in Mosquito Land, Mesquitia. And yeah, this is not exactly a big place. We're not exactly building much here. In fact, we're pretending it doesn't exist. We're Qing at this point. We're the shorelines of Qing. That's what we are. We're the Qing's. It kind of looks like a dragon, doesn't it? Doesn't that look like a dragon? We're the Qing dragon. We're the dragon of Qing. That's what we are now. I probably should rename it to that at this point because that's pretty much where we've been playing this entire time, and I'm not going to change that at any point. Because, I mean, look at this, 127 million population, 53 million GDP. We are really getting up there. Our society is starting to finally balance out. Everything's finally looking good. Everything's coming up Milhouse. Aw, yeah. Well, it took a lot of work, but we finally got that budget balanced. But we didn't actually need to balance that budget. We could start running a deficit because we are a great power now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to deliberately run a deficit. Boom, let's put that standard of living higher so they can start buying more things. I'm probably going to keep that authority at minus 300 for now. I don't care about the minus 8 interest group approval. I don't care about them. They suck and nobody likes them anyhow. I am going to, boom, yeah, we're just going to focus on building up everything that we have. It's surreal that this game wants so much meat, so we're just gonna keep focusing on meat production instead of rice production. Usually it's rice production that they want, but in this gameplay, they want meat, meat, meat. They are all about them hamburgers. They are McDonald's fans. I have brought McDonald's to Qing, and they are loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But you're probably noticing where I'm putting all of my livestock ranches. I'm putting them in North China. The reason why I'm putting them in North China is because, unfortunately, we still do want the rice farms. We are eventually going to be needing them, and I want as many as humanly possible, especially if I decide to start training. But what I'm thinking about doing is maybe for the next couple wars, I'm actually going to move into the western part for Yunnan. And the reason why is because I didn't take any of Persia. Persia is completely chunked. Look at that horrible border gore. I pretend it doesn't exist. That's too ugly even for me. And I am going to want opium eventually. So one of the best ways to do that if you own Qing is to move into Yunnan, maybe take a Sichuan, and yeah, just get that opium and then just build it up. I could probably do some right now just with Australia. I'm betting I can. Yes, I can. I probably should. In fact, I will. And boom, that's going to be... Just do it all. Don't let them build anything else, because they will, and that's a waste, because you want opium, opium, opium. You're gonna need it later on. Just trust me on this. You're gonna need meat later on, at least for this run. I guess in my run, I don't know if it's gonna be same for you, but woof, I definitely need the meats. Seriously though, how many wars has this been? How many wars? How many bloody wars have I done against Qing now? I've only taken like 3 provinces in the initial stage, and I've taken 2 provinces each other war. This has to be like the 5th or 6th war. I've lost count. It's too many wars against Qing, and I'm never gonna stop. I'm gonna keep doing it until the end of the game. I'm gonna take as much as Qing as possible. I'm going to chunk them like the little cowards that they are. They're too weak to stop me. In fact, I think I got a bigger base army than they do now, without even counting all the ridiculous amount of conscripts that I have. I have so many conscripts. I'm not even using them all. Watch, I can bring up the screen. I'm going to... yeah, I still got, what, like another... 56, 62, 67. I got 68 more conscripts, not even being used at the current moment. And now we got even more because we got more of Qing. Oh my Qing, and we finally got Yunnan. Thank you. I wanted Yunnan really, 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 really badly. Now, which one should I go for? Probably Guangdong, because it's got a port. And should I hurt my poll taxes? No, I'm not going to hurt the poll taxes, but I am going to start building up some of them government agency admins so I can balance this out and I can get you incorporated ASAP, because that's something I definitely want to do. I got some good education laws, so might as well make use of them, right? Get that literacy up so I can keep getting them texts. Oh, I need more universities. Okay, I gotta build some of those. I guess I could build it right here because, yeah, let's get those universities in. And is 3 gonna be enough? Was that 9 on top of? Yeah, that should be enough for now. I'm gonna have to build more later, but at least now I got a university in every state. That's good. That's exactly what we needed. We're going to be going for healthcare very shortly too, so I'm going to need more bureaucracy probably, because that's going to hurt me in the short term, and I don't want to be hurt because what war do I still have going on here? Oh, Tism Tasmania, Tism Tasmania. Why are you doing this to me, Tasmania? Let's unmobilize all of our troops, shall we? Yeah, there's no point in taking the cost. I like running a deficit, but this might be a little on the wild side. A little too wild for my taste. Just saying. Look at all those conscripts. So I went from 500, now I'm back down to a couple hundred. Not even, I don't think. No, I'm gonna have about 190, I think. Yeah, not even. No, I have 204. That's not bad. That's not bad considering. That's not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with that, especially since Qing is going to be our main target. I might go for Russia very shortly because I want to take this. I want Otosk. I want them to lose their war or win the war. I don't care which. So I can take Far East and Yakutia. I'm going to just make a big block here, and I'm going to make it beautiful for the thumbnail. That's my goal at the end of the game. That's what my goal is going to be. This has been a fun playthrough, though. I'm not going to lie. I love cheese. And I'm a blue color, which makes this blue cheese. We are Gorgonzola. and we are loving life because of it. I love this game. I'm going to do more Cheese Please playthroughs just because how much fun this has been. It's just, so fun. Try it yourself. You won't be disappointed. And once more, Russia is getting its ass absolutely handed to it from the east side. We are effectively we're the toothpaste horde that is completely demolishing them. I would love to say we're the golden horde, but no, we're the sky blue toothpaste crust white strip horde. Why are you guys going away? Go back to your front, you silly gooses. That's not fair. What are you doing? The war's not over yet. Did you think you could just abandon your post and that's it? We are the toothpaste horde. We are not the toothpaste cowards. I don't know. I didn't know you guys were so sensitive. I don't know, man. No, get back to work. Go back. No. Go back. Stay there. You too. What the heck is going on? Why do the fronts do this so much? I guess that's why a lot of people, they only like having 3 or 4 armies. I like the flexibility of having like 10 to 20 armies personally, especially if I keep them separated by culture. Especially since I'm taking Qing and you get frickin' 50 conscripts per state. So it's really easy to maintain singular cultures at that point. Oh, you guys are going to Burma or Dainam or whatever. Yeah, that's Dainam, Vietnam. I mean, you can deal with that after. I would prefer it if you guys won this war first. That would be much preferred, thankfully. Now, I don't even remember what I'm taking. What am I taking? Oh, yeah, Atosk and Barashia. I'm not even taking much in this. Oh, I can end the war right now. Okay. Thank you. And look at that. Oh, this is a little ugly, and I'm going to have to fix this later, which means I'm going to have to war with Russia again. Maybe I'll take Tomsk as well. Or is that Tomsk? No, that's not Tomsk. Is it? This is Tomsk. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to probably go over here. Maybe take these 3 states when I attack Russia next, and that'll be the end of my border, and I'll just see if I can take as much as Qing as humanly possible. Again, you're going to notice I'm deliberately leaving Southern Anhui. That is going to be the last state I take from Qing, and the reason why is because I love being able to take that capital right away. I'm going to take as much around Anhui beforehand, and it's going to be border gore galore. I hope you like border gore, because in my playthroughs, I love border gore. I love it. It is absolutely wonderful. We're going to have the best border gore possible. You'll never find better border gore. We have the best border gore. I'm telling you. Again, we're beating up on poor Qing. Yeah, I am going to do my best to keep these wars short, because there's so many of them, and eventually I'm gonna get so big and beefy on my army that I'm going to go over the infamy limit, so I can take even more of Qing in the later wars. So yeah, this is what, war number 7, war number 8 at this point. We are picking on Qing, and this time we're not even taking that much from Qing. I mean, look right here. We're only taking Jiangxi and I guess Inner Mongolia, and we're forcing them to give up Manchuria and Mongolia so we can take those separately from Qing later on. And oh, Qing, you were such a superpower before, and now look at you, so sad. So depressing for you. I almost feel bad. Russia can't even help you because they're starting to weaken effectively as well. And we have better technology because we got shrapnel. I love shrapnel artillery. Shrapnel artillery is so good. It is the best of the best of the best. If you get shrapnel, beeline for it. Just do it. Just trust me on this. Lancers are great. I love Lancers. But shrapnel artillery is game-changing. It will win you wars when you shouldn't be winning them. Oh, that border gore. Look at that horrid border gore. Do you love border gore? Because that's what I'm all about. Don't worry, though. This isn't going to be here permanently. I will eventually invade Manchuria and the Great Mongolian state, and I will take their land from them as well. And I'm probably going to break apart Qing on the next war and maybe get them to give up Uyghurstan and I don't know what else. I'm just going to keep chunking them. In fact, I might not even do any more chunking. I might just start surrounding Southern Anhui here. That's still their capital. If you completely surround it, you can effectively just take their capital for free in every single war. And that is, that's even more cheese. Again, we are the cheese empire. We are the Miskito blue cheese empire. We're not toothpaste, we're cheese. We're blue cheese. That's what we're all about. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little tired of all these revolutions coming from Honduras and Costa Rica over here. I'm thinking about dropping them as puppets, or sorry, protectorates, or whatever, it doesn't matter. And the reason why is because my armies keep coming over here, even though I've already set this as the home base, but they keep moving back, and it really does drive me crazy. I don't know why that's been happening lately. It's been, I don't know, it kind of changed with 1.86. It never used to be this. They used to always go back to their home country, or where they're stationed, their home station effectively. And now it just, no, it doesn't seem to do that anymore. And it's kind of frustrating, I'm not going to lie, but oh well. It's my fault for taking so many puppets I can't really handle. Obviously, these tiny little puppets down here were really, really good back when I was part of the British bloc and I had vassalization. But now I do not have vassalization. I have internal trade. And the reason why is because I wasn't a monarchy when I decided to make my own bloc. Well, that gets rid of that little pest. But, okay. A little bit of authority. We caught the killer. Very nice, okay. But, yeah, maybe I should start dropping them. I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll just force them into puppets and just pay off their debt every chance I get. Where did my surplus come from? I don't remember having a surplus. That is considerably nice. I guess I'll have to start building more construction sectors now, I guess. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take the success. Voice of the Nation, 1 sec. Hey, a little bit of prestige. Are you getting tired of Qing wars yet? I think I am, but I'm not going to stop until I own all of Qing. Russia sucks. They lost again. Ha ha ha. I am the winner. They are not. That's life. They're just going to have to deal with it. That's unfortunate for them, but not unfortunate for me. I guess I'll take the loyalist. And there we go. Qing loses just like that. And look at that. That's their capital right there. This right here, Southern Anhui, that's their capital. And they can't defend their capital anymore. So every single war that I'm going to have against Qing now, I'm going to have easy access to the capital. And they can't win. It's impossible. There's no way. And they only got 29 battalions, 117 anyways. What do I have? I got 300 and 488. And I don't even think I have mass conscription yet. I don't think they got a shot in heck against me. Even Russia doesn't have a shot against me. I mean, we got way better technology. What are we at right now? Yeah, we're shrapnel artillery, and they're still using mobile artillery, I'm pretty sure. Let me go check. Scroll down. They are still using skirmish. Well, so are we, but no, they're on shrapnel now. Okay, so Russia's on parity with us, but I don't think Qing is. Qing's, no, there's no way. There's no way. They're still using dragoons, for crying out loud. Yeah, Qing is boned, and they got skirmish infantry. I don't see any artillery, though. Do they have any artillery? No, they got nothing. They are boned. We own all of Qing at this point. I mean, there's no way that we don't. I'm going to have to go over infamy, but I don't care. I don't think anybody's going to be dumb enough to attack me now. I got 300 armies standing. And yeah, I'm just going to have to build up my navy, and that's it. There's nobody who can really touch me. I mean, if Russia can't threaten me, nobody can threaten me. It's that simple. Yeah. I don't think that Siam's going to win this one. Cut down wars are so much fun. Don't you love them? Don't you love them? They just give you so many opportunities to expand for free, effectively. Just going to have to make sure I cover every front here. I think that'll work. And I don't think Brazil's going to hold this one. We're going to end up taking their coastline. Oh, well, I don't think we're taking the coastline. I think that's Australia that's trying to take their coastline. But yeah, it's over. I don't think France is going to be able to do anything at this point. We pretty much got them hemmed in. They're just sending troops to Siam, and Siam can't even hold back. So, Yeah, this war is pretty much over, and we're going to protectorate Siam, and I'm going to break up Brazil a little bit. I'm not even going to try to take France, because I hate navally invading France. Every time I navally invade France, I get bogged down, and it takes 3 or 4 years. I just don't have the time for that in this run. I would rather use the time to just, take over Qing, and maybe chunk Russia some more. I want to take more of Russia. I want to see what I could take. I don't know, maybe go all the way over to here. Maybe take Kokand while I'm at it. I don't know. Depends how much time I have. If I run out of time, yeah, I guess Siam lost. Yeah, it's my protectorate now. And that's it for Brazil, too. So, yeah, it's going to be a quick one. I don't even know what to say at this point. I am so tired of attacking Qing. But, I mean, we just keep chunking them over and over and over again. I can't even keep track of how many times I've attacked them now. It's got to be double digits at this point. I've lost count. I don't know what to tell you. I just keep taking and taking and taking from Qing, and I still have to attack them once more to get the last state from them. I still need Southern Anhui from them. I've taken everything from Qing except for Southern Anhui, but I do want Southern Anhui. And I don't remember, did I set for taking anything from Russia in this run? No, Russia already quit. Okay, whatever. I think I'm going to take from Russia next war, and hopefully that'll be the last war of this run. This has been a long game. I enjoyed this game, though. Oh my, but it has been a long game. This has to be like 11 hours, maybe 12 hours at this point, just from all the war. War takes forever. That's why you don't see me do World Conquest, is because I don't want to do it. It'll take 15, 16 hours just to do a full World Conquest, and I just don't have that kind of time. I'm sorry, guys. But, yeah, one more war, effectively. We're going to take Qing once more. We're going to take Uyghurstan here. We're going to take whatever we can take from Russia as far west as we can go, and that'll be it. And then this run will officially be over, and yeah, we're huge. We're terrifyingly huge. I guess I better do some economy work. I don't know why I wait till the last minute to do economy work, but I'm gonna do it. I promise.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Russia has no chance. I'm sorry. They have nothing in the bag to stop me. This one is over as well, and I couldn't be happier. This one took way too long. I'm just glad they were dumb enough to attack me and circumvent that peace treaty, because I don't think I'd want to do this war within like the last year or two, because this one took quite a while, and I don't even know if we're gonna be able to get Moscow here. This is Moscow, right? Yeah, that's Moscow, and yeah, we're not gonna get Moscow, but we took all the war goals, and we pretty much took what we could of the Eastern Bloc here. I think we took all the way down to Ili and Kyrgyzstan. Or what's it called? Kyrgyzia. I can't pronounce things, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think we took all of the Eastern Bloc here. Yeah, look at that. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that country. I'm sorry, this is going to be one hell of a thumbnail. I'm looking forward to this one. Oh me, oh my, get this out of the way. You're in the way, get out of the way. Get out of my way. Look at, oh, get out of the way. Isn't that beautiful? I'm looking forward to this. I better do some economy work. Well, we hit 1 billion at least, but how far can I push it up in the last year? I do not know. I do not know. There we go. Last day of the game. We are officially done. We got 1.21 billion gross domestic product. We're almost 90% literacy. We got a crappy standard of living of only 14.4, but that is because we're Qing. We're literally Qing with extra steps. 415 million population. We actually got some good loyalists here. 116 million loyalists, and oh my god, look at that infamy. You know what? Don't look at it. You didn't see that. It doesn't exist. We're doing pretty good on the budget. We're only minus 1.14 million. If we actually raise the tax, we can actually be above in money. We're 276,000 above if we go into middle tax. I usually just keep it down here because I do want a little bit of a deficit. It does help out, especially with the interest rate, keeping the investment pool going. And that's the reason why they keep building stuff, and that's a good thing. Let's see our society tab. Ba-da-bum-bum. 413 million in full acceptance. I don't even know who the 12,000 are who are hated. I don't know. I don't want to know what they did to deserve it. They're clerks, huh? They're Spanish, Catholic, and Yunnan clerks. I don't know what they did. We have a ridiculous amount of Han population. Like I said, we are literally Qing, just with extra steps. We're supposed to be Miskito and Afro-Caribbean, and that is this right here. This is us originally. This 338,000 people out of 415 million. That's our original population. It's not even the original population. They're all Koreans. What the hell? Oh my gosh, this playthrough has been just wild. Absolutely wild. Wow, we got a lot of politically aligned here. We got some decent charts going on here. Oh my gosh. Oh my, look at all these populations though. Is there any wonder why this game lags so much? Like, this is ridiculous. Oh, this is craziness. Oh my gosh. This is with aggressive base, non-modded, aggressive cultural assimilation. It's not enough. You gotta ramp this crap up. Come on, Paradox, fix this. This is ridiculous. This is sad. This is pathetic. We've reached pathetic levels of pathetic. This is ungodly bad, and it needs to be changed. Let's take a look at our look at our laws. Look at 100 righteous government. We got the lovely bonus from owning Beijing. That's always nice. We got the presidential republic bonus. That's always good. We got pretty much everything done. Yeah, not too shabby, to be honest. We even got mass conscription this run. And that's part of the reason why we only had one cut-down war. And I don't even know if I'm going to show it in the video, but we'll see, we'll see. Our institutions are not too great, mostly because of how expensive they are. I didn't even get maxed out for health system. That's probably why our standard of living is so pathetically low, but that's life. And this is pretty much rural folk country at this point. Yeah, I'm not too bad with that. I mean, we had a lot of free authority as a result. I was pretty happy with this guy. I kind of wanted to keep him for the remainder of the game, and I was lucky I did. And that's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. Beyond that, I don't even know what else to show you guys, so I'm going to cut it here. Again, if you watched all the way through, especially with the new advertiser roles that I put in, you're a king. Every one of you is a king! But I know I'm doing a lot of experimentation going on here, trying to figure out as I go along. I hope you guys bear with me, and again, I appreciate each and every one of you. That's going to be it for me tonight. Hail Hydra Cat.